Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now welcome to a new Huzzy update, Huzzy channel update, whatever you want to call them. But today we're going to be discussing a few things. The channel, obviously, we're going to be talking about the League of Legends art book, and some people are like, ugh. And then we're going to be talking about a little bit more delicate topics of sponsored content and merchandise. Before we begin into the channel stuff, I thought I'd actually just talk about this. This is the League of Legends art book, Volume 1. Now, the reason some people are like, why are you bringing up an art book in an update channel? In my own head, in a weird way, this was kind of expensive. And I was like, if I can put it in a video and talk about it, then the video is kind of paying for the book. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Anyway, if you don't know, Riot recently released these. They are League of Legends art books. You can buy one right now. This is not sponsored, by the way. I bought it myself, I'm just saying. They are available, but most likely not this version. So this is the collector's edition, or the limited edition. You can get the normal one, which is still completely fine. It's the same book, you just don't get a couple things. But I thought I'd just kind of open this with you guys. I have not opened it yet. It literally just arrived. And they are numbered. There were only 500 of them printed, and I really like rare things. You'll see the canvas above me, the printed Blizzard canvas. There's only 1,000 of those, and I got that. It's a weakness of mine, buying these type of things, but anyway, I enjoy them. So let's open it. Hopefully it's not too hard to open. There we go. Okay. So it comes in a nice sleeve to protect it, and then there's the actual book itself. Just has the Art of League of Legends in gold foil and then a big 1 for Volume 1. And by the way, yes, this means that I'm having to buy every single collector's edition of these books when they're released. I did ask a Riot friend of mine, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it, but they're kind of going to be released kind of like in time-wise. You remember the music albums that they release, and it's kind of like that amount of time between them all? It's kind of like that with the books. But anyway, this is the collector's edition, so you might be like, what do you get different? So the first thing you get different, or I don't know if it's different actually, let me move my keyboard, is you get this straight away. Apparently you get this poster. I don't know what this is. It has the League of Legends art on it, and then poster is... Oh, that's a really nice piece. Wow. Okay, there you go. I don't know if you'll be able to see all of this. I'm sure it's available online. I really don't know how much of that you're seeing because I can't actually see the camera. But yeah, that's really nice. But the annoying thing is it's creased. I always hate when people crease this stuff because I'd love to frame this and make it look really nice and pretty. I can't because it's creased. Great. Next is the actual book itself, and I know, there we go. I was wondering where it was. See all these little signatures? Yeah, they're all the artists of League of Legends, I believe. I'm not sure if they actually signed it or they're printed. But that's really cool. In my own heart, I hope they actually signed them all, and it's not printed, because in the fact there's only 500 of them, so they should have probably signed them. And then what number? Where's the number thing? Oh, there. Collector's edition. Out of 500, we are number 325. So there we go. I don't know if you can see that. This is really awkward because it's actually a really big book. All right, hang on. So there we go. Can you see that? 325. It does look to be written, definitely written itself in. And let's just go through a couple pages. This is again going to be awkward, but oh well. Open it and boom. Ari. I think you can see that relatively. Heimerdinger. Biohazard Heimerdinger. There's Vi. It's all of her, how she could have looked instead. That's really cool. I love this stuff. Again, I did a game design degree, so seeing the process of actually how they made Vi. Oh, this book is like right up my alley. Then there's Echo. Rengar's in this book. Lovely. Rengar's one of my favourite champions to actually like his apparel and how he looks. Oh, yeah. I'm happy with this book. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. I just thought I'd include it because in my own head I'm like, hey, this video is paying towards it. It's not. This video isn't going to be like the whole price of the book, but it definitely will help a little bit because, you know, it did have a bit of a high price tag on it of 150 quid. So for a book, that's expensive, but it's worth it to me. So the rest of the update is going to be talking about the channel and then talking about the other things. So let's talk about the channel. So a few changes have come in recently that I'm hoping just to kind of up the quality of the channel yet again. I do this maybe every 6 months that I get a new intro or I change something. And this time it is a new intro and a new outro. I felt for a while that I just felt my intro, although it is great, you know, it's a really good intro of me being in action and punching Teemo. I really like it, like, don't get me wrong. I just felt it didn't really summarize my channel for a new person. You know, if you're a brand new person and you saw that, in my head you're like, oh, this guy is going to be really loud and really, like, aggressive and rah, where I'm the complete opposite of that. So it's still an amazing intro, but I just don't think it summarizes me well. So my friend and fellow YouTuber Dark Tongo, I tweeted out, anybody know someone that can make intros, outros? He said, I do them. So then we got talking and he ended up doing them for me. And I'll say for a crazy, like, reasonable price for the quality that I received. Like, really good guy. And yeah, I was really happy. You know, I said to him, I want something more like Huzzy branded, and it's like, boom, straight to the point. People like see that and then go. It gives them maybe a bit of information and then go. So it gives my name, it gives my social medias. That's it for the intro, and boom, video start. And then the outro I think is fantastic as well. One video, has all the things moving, looks very professional, looks very swish. So I'm really happy about that. The only thing that I'm thinking, maybe, because I know right now, by the way, he has now become extremely busy. He tweeted out like, hey, this is my design reel, and I retweeted it, and now quite a lot of YouTubers, I think Uber Danger, Black Enola, I think a lot of them are actually going to be getting stuff from him. So I'm really happy for Dark Tongo there. But when he's finished and he's got a lot less time or a lot less on his plate, I might get him to design me some new screens. So if you guys know the screen, the outro screen of when I have like the ratings above my head, the champions below me, I think I might get him to design me a new one of that. Basically the same thing but look a lot better. I think he'll do amazing with that. And then also a new overlay in game. I think he could probably do that as well. So that's what I'm planning to do for quality on the channel. As for the content, the series, etc., I'm Ranked to Diamonds continuing. You know, we have our ups, we have our downs, and today's episode, if I am releasing it today, which I think I will be, is the Kindred replay one. I think the commentary of the replay analysis was good. I just felt like the live version was just terrible and I played bad, and I just think it was better as a replay game, and I'm really happy I did it. You know, by just the comments that I've been getting already, people seem to be pretty happy with me doing it, and they were appreciative that I didn't just skip the episode, and I guess appreciative that I didn't upload the bad one, because, you know, nobody likes to see a depressed Huzzy. It's what I say in the actual commentary. I was just not talking and really sad because I was like, oh, I'm playing terrible. Because it goes through your head when you're a YouTuber. There's so many distractions when you're doing a live commentary. Oh, I'm playing bad. Oh, 30,000 people are going to see this in a week. Like, feels bad, man. You know, that isn't good. So that's basically why I decided not to upload it. Because it just was depressing. And as somebody that, you know, I never really ask for it or anything like that, but some people send me messages that are like, hey, I'm going through a rough spurt, but your videos really helped me out. Whenever I read a message like that, I'm like, Jesus. But it's like, I don't want to upload sad content, because if there are people that are going through tough times while watching my videos, I want to upload happy stuff or educational stuff, not sad stuff. So that's kind of why I decided that. And then talking about next season, because next season is approaching. You know, you think it's not very far, or it's far away, but it's really not. It's like the season's going to end in a month and a half, 2 months. And then we're in pre-season for like 2-3 months, and then boom, you're in the new season. So we're like 5 months away, roughly, from a brand new season. Fresh start, no dynamic queue in Diamond Plus. Oh, gives me a reason to climb again, and that's what I'm hoping to do. So next season, it's a while away from actually beginning the series, but I think I'm going to be making a Master Climb series on my main account. That's most likely not going to be live commentaries. Like, there will be a live element to it. If you guys know and watch, I presume, Panzer Dragon's videos, he does where he is streaming and he takes that footage and he commentates over it and he does highlights. I'm not going to go the full hog and copy all that, but basically I like the premise that I can just play the game, record myself playing it with camera, with everything, but then not do any commentary while I'm playing. And then after I play, then commentate over the point of view. I think that's how I'm going to do the Road to Master. Maybe I'll do live commentaries for the placement games, because they shouldn't be as difficult. But when we're like, say, if I get to Diamond 2, Diamond 1, which we did at the beginning of this season, that's when it gets really hard to do live commentaries. Because if you don't know, if you haven't been around the channel for a while, at the beginning of Season 6, I actually did a Road to Diamond 1 series on my main account. We got to Diamond 2, 2. We might have even got to Diamond 2 promotion series to Diamond 1. I'm not sure. But then I was like, okay, my unranked to Diamond account is ready. Let's do that instead. Where I actually regret that. I wish I actually continued doing Road to Diamond 1 because we easily would have got it if I continued. So that kind of sucks. But next season, I'm really looking forward to it. Again, no dynamic queue in Diamond Plus, which is a big thing for me. Because some people go, it doesn't affect you. You know, not many people dynamic queue. It's the whole point, and it was a big one with me. It's a more of a mental thing that is like, I'm trying to get Diamond 1 by myself, but then there's people at the beginning of the season that got Diamond 1 in solo queue by going as 4 or 5 people. To me, that just ruined the whole experience, and it's very hard to explain if someone doesn't get it. It's just how I felt, and it's how I will feel probably forever about dynamic queue. I just don't think it should be anywhere near the same reward, which if the new season and the rumoured ranked system is coming in next season with the different ratings for dynamic queue, I think that's a perfect solution. Because it gives the solo players their own justification, and it gives the dynamic queue players their own justification, which is really good. So yeah, that's what I'm planning for next season. Also planning to do A to Z series, whether I think I might do it on stream and then upload that to the YouTube channel. I'm not really sure, but that will be happening as well. And then finally, Unranked to Diamond, that will be happening also. Not sure about the timings, not sure about when things will start. All I know is the early season is all going to be about my main account. All about going to be climbing to Diamond 1, Master, that type of thing. So that's the plans for next season. And I'm just going to briefly talk to end this little vlog, little update. Going to briefly just talk about sponsored content and merchandise. So as I said, just to mention to you guys, you know, how much I make on YouTube, it's an okay amount. You know, I'm not swimming in money. You know, I still live at home. But it's more than I would be making if I accepted any of the jobs I was offered. You know, university, graduate jobs. I make more than that. I make quite a bit more than that. But that's about it. But the thing, you know, some people are like, are you planning to move out? I really, and I do mean this, I really want to move out. But it's all about security. So the thing with YouTube, there's so many changes going on with YouTube. You know, they're demonetizing people's videos. I have very little control of actually how much money I'm making because I don't have a contract going, you're paid this every year like most employees. Mine's month to month of how much money I make through the videos that I produce. And I have no control on how many videos it gets or how many views it gets. I have no control over how many people use ad block. Nothing. So yes, I want to move out, but it's all about security. So I'm basically, for the next 6 months, really looking at how much I'm making, looking to see if it's stable or increasing, and that will give me confidence to move out while still doing YouTube. Because if it goes down at all, or if YouTube changes a policy, and say if I do have my own place and I'm stuck in a year's rent, it's like, oh wow, I don't have money now. You know, YouTube's not a job anymore. Like, that could happen. So that's kind of where I am with that. And that does come into sponsored content to increase the security of the channel and myself, really. If I do want to move out and do want to become more adult and stuff, sponsored content is going to happen occasionally. I actually had a meeting earlier with 2 guys that are media people that basically do all sponsored stuff, that they connect companies and YouTubers, and boom, you've got sponsored content. And I said to them, I will only do it if it's actually relevant to me or my viewers, or both, ideally. And that's it. If it's a different game, I will always play the game before I even accept the sponsored deal, just to see if it's a good game. If it's a bad game, I'm not making a game on it, or not making a video on it. So just to say, that's going to be happening. And all that is for is to, 1, show you guys different stuff. Maybe some of you will actually like the sponsored content I do. But it's mainly to support me, to actually enable me to do this for a job. You know, it's to give that security so I could move out. If I do 1 or 2 sponsored videos a month, that little bit of chunk of change from doing sponsored content could help me towards that goal of getting my own apartment, for example. And then finally, merchandise. Merchandise is something that I'm really happy about. Like, it's actually been crazy with how much we've been selling comparing to other YouTubers. Not, you know, I'm not calling out Firefox here, by the way, even though they're my friends. I'm just saying in general, for my channel size, it's ridiculous how much you guys support me. The jerseys are still selling, even though I'm not really promoting them. I really need to get back into doing that. But the jerseys are still selling. But the t-shirts, the 100,000 t-shirts, we sold 120 of them. That's ridiculous for my channel size. So I'll just say thank you very much, everybody, because even though I don't do those for profit, I do those basically to be like, God, 120 of those sold. is somebody right now wearing that t-shirt in New York or Berlin or Paris? Like, in my mind, that is such a cool concept. That's why I love doing it. And I will say there'll be more merchandise coming down in the line. I'm hoping to do a hat because I wear them all the time. But that's pretty much going to be it for today's update, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. It's been 15 minutes of just talking. And I am very tempted also to bring back the podcast series because I really do like talking, and I think a podcast is a great way to talk to you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, throw a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't. I'll say, leave any feedback in the comment section. I know tomorrow's episode of Unranked Diamond, I'm actually asking for feedback in that one, but I encourage it anyway. As long as it's constructive criticism, it's all good with me. So thank you very much for watching again. Like it, subscribe. See you guys next time.